The overall goal of this research is to provide a strategy for ovarian cancer prevention, particularly in women that are at a high genetic risk of the disease. In the general population, the risk of ovarian cancer is only about 1 to 2%, but in some families, the risk can rise to as high as 50%. In that situation, currently the only effective strategy to prevent ovarian cancer in those cases is surgical removal of the ovaries. And that sacrifices fertility. And not only do you sacrifice reproductive potential, but you also sacrifice estrogen and progesterone production, which benefit a woman physiologically and psychologically. So the surface epithelium is a single layer of cells that surrounds the ovary. The most conspicuous thing about it is that it's the source of 90% of ovarian cancers, and it's really not understood why. Well, the procedure we took was to take rhesus macaque females and during surgery treat the ovarian surface with a mild detergent. And this effectively washed off the surface epithelium, which is one cell layer thick, without damaging the ovary. We then let them recover and monitored them cyclically for 6 to 12 months. We looked at estrogen and progesterone production. We did ultrasounds to look at ovarian follicle development. And we just watched their general wellness. And at the end of this period, we removed their ovaries and looked for evidence of a return surface epithelium. We found that some cells had grown back. We aren't sure what their identity is, and the next phase of our work is to find out conclusively whether or not they were surface epithelial cells that escaped treatment, and we think we can address that if that's the case. But it's also possible that they're cells that grew from adjacent structures, the rest of the reproductive tract, for example. I am very optimistic that monkeys that undergo this procedure will be able to have babies successfully. The eggs that are in the ovary after this treatment aren't affected by this washing procedure, so we're very confident that they are fully intact. I think the key point is that the main notoriety of the ovarian surface epithelium is that it doesn't have an established function, but it's very critical in ovarian cancer, which is a deadly disease that claims about 15,000 lives in the United States each year. So if it's possible to remove that source of ovarian cancers, then as a basic researcher, that's a tremendous success.